Welcome to the second levels lock. This is for week 7. And my next game that I'm going to break down and give you my pick for will be the Baltimore Ravens at the Houston Texans. Going into this week, the Houston Texans are a 7-point favorite at home, rightfully so, even coming off of that pretty rough loss to the Green Bay Packers last week. I want to first go ahead and give you my keys to a Baltimore victory and the ways that they could possibly go into Houston and get that victory. My first key is going out and showing some emotion. I think that this game will be one where if the Baltimore Ravens come out sluggish, lackadaisical, with no energy and passion, it's going to hurt them. And I understand that they did just lose two very, very crucial players to that defense. And obviously, a crucial player to that entire team in Ray Lewis for the season, and Ladarius Webb also. So that's going to be a crucial thing. They cannot, sit back and be passive. They have to come out aggressive, be fired up, and be ready to play and go ahead and go into their hostile territory and be ready to snatch a victory from a pretty good Texan team. My second key is going to be Ray Rice. He did have 2 touchdowns last weekend. That's great for him. I think that sometimes this season he has gotten lost, though, and that can't happen this week. I understand that Torrey Smith is emerging as a good one. Bolden's always solid. Pitta can get down the field and get in spaces where he can't be covered. That's all fine and dandy. But I think that Flacco still is not the guy to throw the ball 30 to 40 times a game. They need to have Ray Rice touch the football at least 25 times a game. My third key to a Baltimore victory goes along with what I just said about Ray Rice and his touches. But that goes more along with the fact that they need to take advantage of a sometimes over-aggressive Texan defense. The Texans are going to get after you no matter what. Here they come. J.J. Watt, those guys up front, with or without Mario Williams, they haven't taken a step back. So, they're aggressive. Wade Phillips is going to be bringing the heat at all times. They have to be able to take advantage of that over-aggression sometimes that the Texans use and run the screens and the draws that make them successful that we've all seen with Ray Rice. The last thing that is going to, and I think I said that my last thing was the last thing, but excuse me, last thing key to victory for Baltimore Ravens is kind of a sleeper one, and I think you guys may or may not agree, and it's going to be whether or not Jonathan Joseph is available to play this weekend. If I'm the Baltimore Ravens, I just chomping at the bits, waiting for that scouting report to come out and see if he's going to play on Sunday or not, because he's obviously their best corner, and if he's not going to play, then I'm going to be throwing at that side pretty much the whole game, and that's the keys to the Baltimore victory from my standpoint. Let me switch sides and go ahead and go with the Texan keys to a victory. When I thought about this, I had to think about, what is it that the Texans can do in order to beat the Ravens? And I couldn't come up with much. So I came up with this. Play like the Texans play. Be a top 10, pass defense and run defense. Continue to hand the ball off to Foster and get him his touches, because that's, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They had a bad week, like I mentioned earlier, against Green Bay, but it just seems as if they're the kind of team that can bounce back from that in a strong way and against a good team like the Ravens. So get back to playing Texan football. One thing that I did come up with that I was critical of them for in their past game and past weeks is they need to get out of that 3-wide bunch set that they run. I feel like it's really, really problematic for them when they run up against stronger, more aggressive outside linebackers like the Packers have. And the Ravens have very similar outside linebackers, which cause a lot of commotion in that 3-wide bunch set. And a lot of you guys, may or may not know what I'm talking about. Go back and look and kind of see for yourself, this week if they run that set that, the outside linebackers cause a lot of commotion if they can get in the face of those tight ends and receivers on the line like that. So, get out of that set. That would be one of my keys to them winning the game. Without further ado, let me go ahead and make my pick for this game. I am going to go ahead and take the Texans 31-17. I just feel like right now the Ravens are going to be a little bit reeling because of the injuries that they've had, as well as the Texans are going to be upset about the way they got smacked around at home and everybody kind of putting the brakes on them and that Super Bowl talk that they have. Like I said earlier, Houston's our 7-point favorite. I'm going to go with them a big win this week to take down the Ravens 31-17. This is the installment of Levels Locks.